Dr. Paul Yellin explains the importance of understanding the linkage between emotion and cognition in the brain.
I'm very excited to see the linkages that are being made by organizations like CAST between affect and cognition and how our feelings affect how our brain works. And that when I started working in this field, I was taught that there are sort of the cognitive parts of our mind, memory and language and attention, and that they're the emotional parts, and that they almost are in separate parallel paths, which of course we know doesn't make any sense and it's not true. But I think that we're really beginning to look at these things in a very systematic way and seeing how they affect each other. And so that we know, for example, that when people are anxious or feeling uncomfortable, they're not available to learn as much. In order to learn, you need to be able to take risk, and you need to be able to feel safe. And also when you're having difficulty learning, it's quite common to feel very stressed and to feel anxious. There's a pattern that we see quite commonly in school that we often think about, that kids may have information that's in their mind, but they might not be able to access it so quickly. And that when their hand goes up and they know that they know it, but they can't quite find it, and everybody's hand goes up, it's just like what happens to me when I'm home and I know I put a file in the drawer and my wife wants it and I know it's there because I put it there and I can't find it. And she's standing over me and I'm getting anxious. And as soon as she leaves, I can find it. And when I tell that story to kids who have this experience in class, that they're feeling anxious all the time. So that when you are having difficulty accessing something in your mind, it makes you anxious. And what happens when you're feeling anxious? It makes it harder for you to access things in your mind. So it is all intertwined from that perspective. From the other perspective that we know on the positive side, that when people are doing things that they enjoy or that they're good at, it's easy for them to be more engaged. And so affect from the positive side of making the content of classroom material accessible and interesting to a child is critical from the affect side.